What's good, man? It's OG Drill, man. This channel where we talk about the spiritual truth and how to utilize energy on a day-to-day basis, man. And check this out, man. Listen, I know this conscious community ain't finna start back again, talking about some chosen ones. Bro, y'all gotta quit it, bro. Listen, when it come down to chosen, bro, it's one thing about it you gotta understand is, if your life, if you're not able to accept your life, that means you put yourself in some type of mental hell, right? Because at the end of the day, just by us being only awareness, that when we come into this world, we pick the body, we pick what we necessarily want to be to according to our parents' thoughts and their feelings and emotions. So when it come down to that, bro, this is how we are manifested technically in the world. So even before the actual sex plays out, the actual concept of what's going on, like female energy and masculine energy being together, feminine energy and masculine energy being together, which is considered as sex in that type of way. So when it come down to breaking down these type of people, is it's more of an ego thing. You get what I'm saying? Where they feel like they have a gift that's better than yours. And see, that's a lot of things I talk about on this channel. It ain't nothing really different. It's just you helping, like on these type of channels, when it get real spiritual, it's about more remembering who you are. That's like the main thing it is. And like even when you're looking at astrology, the first house is who you are basically, or who I am. God dang, y'all know what I mean. But either way, man, just to show you, like, it plays out in more than just one different thing of where you should basically find yourself or appreciate yourself before going out to the rest of the world. It's kind of like how they say back in the native times when it's like an Indian have to sit out there and go to the woods by itself. It's not necessarily saying go out in the woods alone, but it's saying separate yourself so you can see for who you really is without people casting judgment and casting stones, you know what I'm saying? And then that way you will have the full ability of kind of who you is until you start interacting with others. It may play out different, but at the end of the day, you still know who you are. You get what I'm saying? And that make a lot of different things go on. So which is what's going on in the world, where a lot of people don't know who they is. And so some of these people, they get some information after studying and doing all this type of weird stuff, and thinking that due to them having these messages, due to them having the feelings and stuff, by the stuff they putting in and Googling and trying to figure out and researching, end up being the same stuff to match what they got going on, because this is something that's already used. This is not something that's for a creator to be created. This is a creation that's already completed. So when these people do these things, they're already following along the ones that think they're better than everybody else. So if you ever look at it, it's just like how even in the religion mindset, and they think they avoid religion. That's the funny part about it. They talk junk about religious people, but at the end of the day, they're doing the same thing. It's just like a pastor coming to someone and telling them, "Yo, I got the I got a message for you." You know what I'm saying? God told me to come talk to you. It's the same type of mindset. You feel what I'm saying? So this is when they need to know that they already been got. So when it comes down to that chosen one jump, bro, you might well hand that up. The only person chose you was yourself. Because when you chose your birth, you chose the time of your birth, you might not realize. You chose where you wanted to be born, the difficulty, the levels. You chose everything about yourself and where you wanted to go. But you just didn't know it consciously because you didn't have a conscience. You was going off of pure awareness, going off pure or what your spirit resonated with. Further, is if it's how you played out your last life, or is it how you about to play out this life for a lesson for you to learn, to be able to be more conscious, to be able to collect more conscious. So it's kind of like I told you guys before. If you wanted to draw a picture of it, it'd be just like a ball of light gaining more light and getting a big, becoming a bigger ball. But when we're looking at things like that, that's the measurement. So when it comes down to measurement of things, it's like no measurement when it comes down to like the power of God. You get what I'm saying? So you don't want to be like, oh, this spirit bigger than that spirit. In that case, nah. It's like being more intact. So like a newborn spirit wouldn't be as impactful as a spirit that have been here a couple times if that spirit get with itself and find out who it is, because then it's like gaining a memory card from a PlayStation, right? You know how you had the old PlayStation? It's like putting that memory card in, like no matter how old it got, you able to bring it back and just stick it in the system, which is the body, and be able to get all this information. And it might not come out in shapes and things like that, but that's where people get lost. And that is where, when you talk about these chosen people, they already making it like they're the ones that's chosen. So they're looking like they self as the person. So at the end of the day, if they don't realize that they chose they self, then who the hell chose you? So at the end of the day, that just comes to tell y'all that these people, they still be in a religious mindset, no matter how you try to get them out of it. Some people, they become that black pro junk or whatever it's called. I don't even know the name of that religion. You get what I'm saying? But y'all all know what I'm talking about. Where everything be black, where everything Chinese. It's like people don't realize that they start physical in things, and they don't look at things for a condition or a level of stability and things, right? So like when I look at people that's like in the hood, it's like we all the same, bro. It's like Cat Williams was saying. You're like, damn, y'all ain't know? We all the same now. It's just us versus them. And it's just, the thing is for you not to get tricked into it. So for some of these people to feel like they're chosen, it's just because they're not falling for the out front tricks. But the thing about it is they're still walking into a booby trap, because when they're like chosen, it's like somebody sent you here, but you don't even know who sent you here. You know what I'm saying? So you could be an agent for all you know to yourself. You know what I mean? And that is crazy, because these people, they play out and they don't realize what they do. They start belittling people. They make people don't even want to find it. They be like, oh, damn, if I got to find spirituality coming through you, I just rather not even have it. And it make people turn their back on it. So it's like one of those people that don't realize that it's like you doing some type of other work. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, every time a chosen person make a video, it's already non-arguable. You know what I'm saying? If you say something, they're gonna try to hit you with some stuff that they studied, right? And it's like, bro, at the end of the day, that's something you was looking for. So it's a booby trap within itself. Somebody already got you. And pardon me, y'all, that was a four-wheeler, something just came through here. But yeah, man, it's just to show you like how many tricks to it is. You got people over here thinking that the earth flat, they getting lost because the way that they looking at things, they're not looking at the world for what the world is. And that's another thing. Like, so you'll hear people say the world is dirty, but yet in the Bible you hear that the world is good and great. Well, you know what I'm saying? Earth is good and great. You feel what I'm saying? But that's a different thing, because it's saying the way that it fluctuates, the way that it's going on, the way that you see life, death, or however you want to categorize it, the way that it's keep moving forward. That is what it's talking about. It ain't talking about nothing else. Because when it come down to it, these are cycles. It's just like how you said, you know how you got like a washing machine and you got different cycles of how you go premium wash, so you go full load, and you know what I'm saying? It's like different water levels. It's like different levels of things that we have vibrated towards, right? So it's like all separated. But when it come down to that, it's saying that we all have accessibility to this, but it's just some people is not ready at the time. So by these people saying that some people was not able to become spiritual right now because they're like a young spirit, so they're not able to withstand and catch all the things like they're supposed to, because they didn't experience enough life itself. And that's what life's supposed to be for. So these people themselves is actually making God seem like life is not internal, which it is. You see what I'm saying? So in a way, it's still taken away from them being spiritual as they say they is. So when it comes down to that, man, what we got to realize is it's so many tricks and there's so many gimmicks out here. Now, when I be saying 1,000,000, 1,000, I know I exaggerate when I talk sometimes, but that stuff there is not exaggerated, bro. It's like literally thousands of ways these people trying to move things. If anything, if you probably count, it's probably millions, because you got to include Scientology. You got scientists versus scientists. You got astrologers versus astrologers. You got religions versus religions. You got all occults versus occults. And it's more things of all of them is lost. So it's like we say, they always arguing. There's going to be an internal argument, because each one of them have a piece of the truth, which kind of give them this guidance to keep pushing through it, because they see that it come true for once, or they see that it worked. And y'all remember I was just talking about that the other day. A lot of things, they just see that it works. They feel like this is what's for them. But a lot of times things don't work. Like things, that ain't how it works for you. You feel what I'm saying? Throughout life. That's why so many different areas you could go in, so many different things you could do with your life. But when it come down to them people, man, y'all just remember. I don't know, man. You need to tag that joke up. But anyways, man, when it come down to that, they just to let you know, like, people is demonic. Even demonic with their own knowledge and wisdom, right? Where they feel like they got this, or they feel like it's only a gift that they could receive. When people start feeling like that, man, don't even follow under them type of people. And I ain't being funny, because those people later on gonna end up biting themselves when they have to read the Bible or read other spiritual books and trying to make them separated and not being able to make them all congruent, like make them all the same. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you can still see the truth behind the scenes, but they ain't taught that. They taught to look behind the scenes of what's false, but don't realize it's like two false sides to it. It's this double dagger, and they're still reaching for it. So at the end of the day, while they say they're chosen and someone put them out here to do something, that is the case, but it's not a someone or a something like that. It's not no one God in that sense, bro, or one person that chose them. So the way that it plays out is understanding as how we be in the conscious thing, how we be all one conscious, and when we born into this realm of reality, we basically separating ourselves and basically that's how I said we chose our own body and stuff, because whatever you felt like, even if you say if you lived the past life and you felt like, damn, I like water, I like, you know what I'm saying, being around a lot of people and things like that. You may pick your life according to a family that matched the type of energy you had, and now a family that could bring the things that you necessarily wanted inside your mind. And that's another tricky thing, because these people like want a lot of people to die with certain things on their mind. So when you this egotistical and you end up passing away, you end up passing away in a hellistic mind state, because everyone around you can't deal with you, because you sitting there talking like you're the only one that's capable of doing these things, which make people shut down, and they got the rights to, bro, when it comes to things like that. So y'all be careful, man, when it go to these people that saying they chosen. They just point the finger and say, yo, I'm demonic, and instead of me taking it the correct way, you know, it's inverted. Instead of me looking like, damn, I chose this life, I'm looking at it like somebody appointed me a duty. But at the end of the day, we all do have God duties and responsibilities. But do you see how the trick come in? But bro, it gets deep, man. You know what I mean? But anyways, man, y'all stay spiritual out here. Keep your head high in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do to keep yourself protected. You got to hit that gas, do whatever you got to do out here, man. Don't let these people run you away from everything and put you in a hellistic mind where now you've been passed away at the end of the day, and then you like, damn, I ain't even do nothing with my life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be saying it even on movies, how a person like, damn, he almost made it. Damn, he could have. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from crazy junk, man, out here, especially when it comes out of people like that, because that chosen one junk, they're going to be the type of that think they could go out there and think they Neo from the Matrix, thinking somebody could shoot a gun and thinking they going to automatically, nah, bro. You gotta have your awareness up. That ain't got nothing to do with you talking about some, oh, cause I'm chosen. Nigga, you could get knocked off just like everybody else. So y'all be careful out there, man. I'm out. OG Drip.